is up? What is up? Top Tier Talks. We're back at it again. It's your boy Dan. Oh, I said Dan. Look at that. It's your boy Don over here. We're here, bro. It's a hot ass day today. It's a Friday. 88 degrees. Hot as hell in this garage. Not gonna lie.
Hot as hell in this.
It's like, yeah, it's 88.
It ain't touch 90, bro.
It's not 90.
My car said 96.
Because your car is hot as hell. Yeah, your car is like black, bro. Like it.
Hold on. Real quick. What's wrong with the car being black?
It absorbs heat. It's science.
You called the car, nigga. That's what you said,
nigga. Please.
What's good? Here's your favorite host from the East Coast.
So
nice to meet you.
Oh damn! I thought you was done. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I apologize.
Go ahead.
So my black ass, I just want to issue an apology to brother Adonis, man, because before we had all of this, man, we had a little argument. It got a little heated. It was already hot, so temperature started to boil. He was drinking alcohol and shit, so you already know.
Yeah. Plus, when you yell, your body temperature rises.
We was talking about the Drake album, right? And then he was talking about how he's an executive producer.
Can you make your intro, bro?
Hi, it's Jamir. Go ahead, Dan. Fuck it. Go ahead. We can go back into it.
Hey guys, this is Dan.
All right, cool.
And welcome to another episode of Top Tier Talks. Before I let them run away with this again and forget our intro, like, comment, subscribe, put the fucking notification bell on. Triple T in the chat.
Send it to your grandma.
Yep. Press that little share button and fucking send it out.
All the time.
All that. And then follow our socials: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
right here.
Everything. Cool.
Right here, right there, right here. No, damn well done. It's not gonna edit it.
I wouldn't edit it either.
Point is, brother, we're all here for each other, so no need to get so mad about Drake. He's not your best friend. He's not your boyfriend. We good, bro.
What I say last night on Xbox? He don't know you. He don't know.
Who'd you say that to?
Just like God, he don't know you.
We were talking about the Warriors and the Celtics, and you bringing up Thunder players.
No. Wait, so can we stop waiting for a second? Can we acknowledge what he just said? He goes, just like God, he don't know you.
What? So, Dan, the context of that we said
doesn't exist, all right? Drake exists.
Wow.
Right? Okay. Get over it.
At least we have the physical appearance of Drake.
And look, all our Christians, we still love you.
Because Drake exists.
At
least we have a physical appearance of Drake.
We got a physical appearance of Jesus. Don't mean he actually existed.
No, you didn't.
He did actually.
You heard stories. So storybook.
No, like
that old ass book.
We're not getting to this. We're not getting to that.
Anyway, so the context of me bringing up Shy, though, was we were talking about point guards that would actually help the Celtics instead of Marcus Smart. So then we rattled off and think it was Dame, Trey.
What are you trying to say?
So no. The conversation.
He's just looking for ways to bring up Shy.
Honestly, anytime I get a chance,
at least stay what you're talking about.
I gotta plug him in.
So Celtics and Warriors.
Okay.
Yep.
They got the ass bust last night.
Congratulations to the Warriors.
Big Steph.
You're not.
Steph did that.
Whatever. Didn't your team get torched by like Curry or something?
He did that though. He got the ring, full rings.
We got mad G Leaguers on our team. Derek White is a G League champion.
Why'd your voice go up like that?
Robert Williams was in the G League. We have a whole bunch of G League.
I mean, current G League players. I'm talking about current G League players.
They're not current G League players if they're on your roster.
They're on 2-way contracts, sir.
Oh my God, so is every fucking player.
No, the fuck they're not.
Every fucking player that's not the star can get put down to the G League team.
Yeah, but they're not on 2-way contracts.
Because they're not okay, bro.
Let's change this shit. All right. Drake just dropped his fucking album.
No, hold on.
Let's not talk about Drake today, bro.
Celtics and Warriors, right?
Go ahead.
Fuck, man. Fuck. Like 20 turnovers, bro.
Yeah, it was like 19, right?
Something like, I don't know. Too many. Too fucking many, bro. We should have beat them or at least gone to 7, and we didn't.
My main issue,
Tatum didn't show up.
100 turnovers in the postseason.
Yeah, that's crazy.
His whole season.
My main thing was JJ Redick talked about this on his pod. He said a lot of times when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or anybody, when they drive to the basket, they're trying to go up instantly. They're not even thinking about trying to make the pass or whatever.
What?
Anytime Steph is on any one of them or they feel like they got a mismatch, they're pre-rotating. So like they're bringing someone over to the middle before they even get to the paint. So now once they start going up, they're going up off of 1 foot. So now there's no control.
Okay.
So now hold on. So then now when they're trying to make that pass or something like that, they have to over adjust and they make mistakes. So. And even if they try to go up, they have another person to go up against, and that's if they're going up against Stephen Curry. And now you got Draymond Green jumping up with you, Andrew Wiggins jumping up with you, Kevin Looney. That's a recipe for disaster.
Now let me tell you. You know why Curry passes out more? Because they they're focused on Curry.
Wrong team.
No. I'm talking about the team.
I'm talking about the Celtics on offense.
I know. Celtics on offense. When they go up, they're mostly go up on a 1-on-1. They're doing them shits, and then the last minute somebody comes in. Curry is most like we trying to say like the passing and all that in the terms of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Curry's passing when they go in the paint. Mm-hmm. Their focal point, well, mainly the whole series, they're shut down Curry's basically like top priority type shit. Even though he carries niggas on like back, still when he goes in, he really gets crashed by two niggas all the time. So he knows that and he passes out every time Jaylen Brown goes in. There was in a 1-on-1 situation and
I could count on one hand how many times we double team Steph that whole series.
Nah,
especially the last game.
Y'all were on Steph.
Nah, game 5 and 6.
You know what's crazy? This last game.
Yes, I was. Y'all was trapping.
Game 5, we were not.
No, we was not.
He was breaking them shits.
Y'all were also trapping.
He was breaking them shits. But last game before game 6, he was breaking them shits.
No, yeah, but I'm saying game 5, you guys were trapping the pick and roll. So anytime there's a pick and roll, y'all left the roll man, had somebody roll over, and y'all trapped him, made him get the ball out of his hand. Y'all also face guarded him from half court, and then when he had the ball in his hand and he came free, he rejected the pick and roll. He got doubled.
I say everything.
What you guys
shout out
did?
to Finals MVP Draymond Green for changing the rules of basketball to get 10 fouls on him.
He did that
instead. He really did, bro.
Last game, he was a star.
No, he wasn't.
He got a double.
That's nothing, bro.
What?
He
don't care.
He's averaged he was about to get a triple double, bro. He was about to boom on niggas, bro.
This is the issue.
He was about to show niggas.
He always has incredible impact on the game. Draymond Green.
Last game he did. He didn't want to lose.
The main issue, like what he said, Draymond Green, he pushes the boundaries of fouls the same way that James Harden does it on offense. He makes
physical, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He plays physical all the time, and he knows what would get him a tech, what would get him the foul, and he plays right against that line. And sometimes he even tickles it a little bit. A lot of people can't do it. That's what happened. I think it was with Tatum, right? Or was it Andrew Wiggins that got the tech?
That is also a good skill, though. Be a good fouler.
I don't even remember who got it.
So one of them got a tech, and
it got a tech,
and it was just like they didn't stop when they needed to. Draymond Green knows when to stop, and he knows like if I get this one tech, you're gonna let me play. You're going to let me do whatever I want. You're not gonna give me that second tech because you know that it's gonna have a major impact on the series.
Okay.
So that's the mentality he plays with, and yes, it's technically kind of fucked up, but at the same time, he knows what he has to do. There's no real enforcer on the Celtics. Everyone plays physical and everything, but there's not one person to take it up another step to make it like, all right, but you're not coming in here.
Al Horford?
That shit's dead. No, Al Horford's not that. I mean, the closest they have is Robert Williams, but Robert Williams don't talk shit. He don't talk shit. He don't talk shit.
He don't need to.
Yes, you do. I'm letting you know.
I mean, do you need that Bucks in your crew sometimes?
Grant is technically our Draymond.
Grant Williams, a good flopper, I would say.
But then again, he played himself off. He got played off the floor when he was when he had to get guard Steph in the pick and roll because he was getting his ass whooped. He was too far low and drop. So it was just bad circumstances, a bad matchup for the opponent for some of their bigs. I mean, realistically, if Grant Williams played, he talked his shit. And he got them to play harder, and because there was at one point in Game 6, it was like
it's all Jason
you guys started out hot as hell.
It is all Jason.
Then let up it was a 21-0 run, and you guys look lifeless. I didn't understand that, and I was kind of pissed myself because I had money on fucking Brown and Tatum to drop 25. But it's like they checked out.
I'm gonna let you know.
In the whole game, you have fucking Jason Tatum had given the Eli Manning face.
Only Jason Tatum checked out. Jaylen Brown, he got over 20.
He checked out until like the middle of the third quarter.
I'm gonna let you know.
I promise you, I watched that whole game and I was watching his points. He checked out into the beginning of the middle of the third quarter, and he locked in.
Jaylen Brown was there this whole series. The person that you gotta put your fingers to, as long as I know it's like everybody shit, is Jason Tatum. He was the big factor in the Celtics. He's a big piece in the Celtics, even though that team is a well-rounded, everybody can score. But he was like he was the guy to break them away from average above team to superstardom. All right, so and he was just inconsistent. And if he was consistent, they would have won. They would have won. Just saying. If he that's only in the finals though, bro.
Dan, so my question is, what do you
Okay. He hooped this whole time.
And he's been hooping the whole time.
If you don't hoop in the finals, okay. I need you to hoop in the finals. Get a chip.
First finals appearance for every single player on our team against 140 games of experience.
Exactly. So
against people who have so much.
Y'all don't want it.
So my question, Dan, is.
We're just playing basketball.
What do you guys think you guys need to end up taking the next step and potentially winning your next finals?
There's actually nothing.
Well, we need Robert Williams healthy for the whole season.
I think he also needs to get a little offensive bag, something. Besides just being a lob threat, get a little
post bag or
not
something.
even like really a post bag,
but not even like I don't want him to hit like post fades and
just
shit
like a little
some
block
down shit,
like a low block, getting a little drop step going, pump fakes, get step through type shit, right?
And then
because I know what I think you guys need. I honestly think I think Ime needs to focus a little bit more on offense and having an actual offense back behind on the team, because
we need shooters.
Because it honestly really feels like it's an ISO show between Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and whatever comes from it, we live with. So it feels like a lot of what. Who was it?
We also don't have consistent shooters on our team.
That's it.
Besides our two stars, but like they can't be fucking spot up shooters and be driving to the rack at the same time trying to get opportunities.
So you need a Clay in your team, a good Clay.
We need a consistent. He doesn't need to be Clay level.
Not Clay, but like
role player.
Duncan Robinson, like Kyle Singer,
Duncan Robinson on our team.
Steve Novak, JJ.
Somebody could sit in the corner. And I'll live for y'all.
Honestly, Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole would be the best. Think if y'all got Jordan Poole, he'd be an amazing fit for you guys.
Jordan Poole would be the same build as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
He's so
shooter and also
Jordan Poole has a bag, bro. Jordan Poole has a fucking.
But he plays the same as a driver and a shooter, but he was just saying.
We don't have to play him in the starters.
Exactly. The big difference between Jordan Poole and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Jordan Poole has a fucking bag. Like, he has so many moves he can get into off of anything. No. I've watched a few Warriors games this year. I'm not gonna lie. I've watched more Warriors games than I would like to admit as a Thunder fan.
Once you figure out the hezzy tween,
if you like basketball,
but then he has a counter off the step back off that shit. And if you start going back, because he's fast as fuck.
The only buckets I saw Poole getting in the playoffs or in the finals, I should say, is bullshit ass long threes.
But he shoots those.
At the buzzer.
He makes those though.
And one-on-ones against our bigs when he was in the paint. That's it.
I mean, he's had a few
reverse layups.
He had a few other threes though.
I don't never.
But he had a few step back threes, just straight up killing. Step back three. He had one. He came off the screen, curl, had to contest, pulled that bitch. Like, I mean, I think Jordan Poole will be a good fit because he not only fits as a good shooter to fit alongside of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, he can also lead that second unit and be the driver to make sure, like, I don't give a fuck what y'all do, get out the way. Let me get mine. Y'all play defense. Give me the ball. I work some magic for you.
Look, man, Celtics just put us a Bengals. They're not coming back after this.
Nah, so hold on, relax. The Bengals are definitely coming back.
Milwaukee, bro.
Look,
the Bucks is about to
beat Milwaukee.
Yeah, y'all could beat them, but they're about to come back next year.
So
are we.
So my main issue.
If y'all were to verse Bucks again, y'all not winning that series.
Just like we weren't supposed to make the playoffs this year, and when we were in 11th and came all the way up to second. Just like we weren't supposed to beat the Nets, just like we weren't supposed to beat the Bucks, just like we weren't supposed to beat.
It's a Cinderella story for y'all. Just like the Bengals. Y'all not coming next year. Y'all not coming. I
wouldn't go so far as to say it's a Cinderella story.
I'm not saying Cinderella story because
it was a perfect storm. It was a perfect storm
He
of
saying
things to happen.
Cinderella story because it turned 12 and y'all lost.
No. Cinderella story came up because Cinderella story came up because of my man's injury, and then how he came back and all that. I'm not saying Cinderella story. How the quarterback for the Bengals, yeah, that's why they call it like really a Cinderella
but not
story.
really because we all knew he had the talent to do that.
But that's why
Like,
they really call it a Cinderella story. I'm not calling it a Cinderella story no more. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say that story, that road where y'all hit, where you say like perfect storm, whatever. They're not gonna catch that shit again.
So the Bengals, honestly, in football,
been a consistent playoff team for like the last 4 years.
Yeah, respectfully,
you can be the same consistent niggas, man.
The only thing I'm worried about for you guys,
shit.
Y'all not being LeBron.
I need to see you guys' improvement.
Y'all not winning
make the
shit.
playoffs either.
I need to see you guys' improvement depending on like looking at other teams. Like if Giannis comes out and he shoots 31% from the fucking 3-point line, how are we gonna deal with that? How is any team gonna deal with that? Chris Middleton comes back healthy. If he's the same player he was before, Drew Holiday keeps his fucking.
And who knows what they might do this offseason, right?
His best player, his defensive player of the year, if he brings back that kind of defense again, what is the East going to combat that? Because they will be the team to beat. And then with KD, where are they gonna go? What is Kyrie gonna stay in Brooklyn? Are they gonna give him an extension? Is Kyrie leaving Brooklyn?
We didn't, and then they got swept.
Is KD gonna stay there?
Yeah, they were fluke.
Where's Ben Simmons gonna go? These are all questions that need to find out before I say Boston's gonna come back out of the East. Because I like their team. They need something. They need somebody else with grit, somebody who can push them over the edge, who's not just a scorer. They need somebody who's like Andre Iguodala when when GP came off the bench. He was on the court, and Andre Iguodala said he did some shit wrong. He coached him hard as shit.
Oh yeah,
like he was mad as hell.
When he had a blocking foul on my man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what you need. And then I feel like while they have a good coach, I feel like they don't have any veterans there to really show them how to win besides Al. But Al's playing, so like he can't do that on the bench while he's on the floor. I mean, you could talk, but it's not the same because you still have to you have to make sure that everybody's on one page. So I think you guys do need another solid vet who's used to winning, who knows how to win.
No, honestly, man, I'm tired of seeing the Warriors in the playoffs, and I just can't wait till Goku shows up and they just can't beat him. They just can't beat him, bro. Like,
did y'all to change up the subject? Did y'all watch the video I sent earlier?
Which one? I haven't been on my phone like that.
The AI video?
No, I didn't actually.
No.
That was Elon Musk shit,
right?
I would love to. First of all, I want to get everybody's opinion on AI. How y'all feel about AI?
I think it's the future. Honestly, I think AI would help us a lot.
I think it's a good thing, but at the same time, I think American civilization will
ruin it.
Not just ruin it, but I think it will be ruined by it because of the jobs it would replace. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of service jobs that will eventually be replaced by that.
Though, I think every job is going to be automated soon. As soon as they started packing up the cashiers.
But that's the thing. So
packing up cashiers, I was like, damn.
Yeah, there are certain.
Nobody going to do shit.
Exactly. There are certain occupations that you really can't replicate. Like for one is teaching. You can't.
Yeah.
Like while you can have like fucking videos and have them, but it's like.
But there's AI is smarter than.
Yeah, but there's a human element to teaching. Like the AIs won't be able to, do everything.
Adjust to like everybody else's learning.
So it'll probably be something very, rudimentary. Everybody got to deal with the same shit, and people will think it's fair, but it's not fair to treat everyone the same. So I don't think bartending would work. I think there's like a fine line though, because like when it comes to making the drinks, of course, like there's a ratio. There's a certain things you have to stick to, but at the same time, there are certain bartenders who know people. They give them a little bit more. So it's just like it's a little bit like it's a personal job.
Unless you know in the business, you should not even do that.
But are you saying that the role you can't say that the AI isn't going to do the job?
Okay,
so I'm not saying it's not going to do the job.
Y'all seen what's some fucking
robot
with Chris Pratt? No. They went to space. Chris Pratt.
Life.
Nope.
No, I know what you're talking
Chris
about.
Pratt
he was stuck in Mars,
and the other bitch.
He was stuck in Mars, right?
The one with
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yep.
Her fine ass.
We're moving somewhere.
Martian?
I can't remember the
Not the Martian, right?
I forget the one.
Passengers? Is passengers?
It is passengers.
It is passengers,
Yeah.
right? Passengers. They had the fucking robot bartender.
Yeah, they did. But that
All
was
he gotta do
that was
is
much
just-
more. That was much
And
more
all,
advanced.
and all bartending is counts. It's just literally 1, 2, 3.
And I feel like one thing that AI is gonna be harder to replicate kind of human interaction. Yeah. I think that's what he means by like
Exactly.
they can't replicate what people do for those jobs. I feel like customer service jobs will never be able to fully be automated because people will ask questions. Like there's always gonna be people who ask extra ask questions for like human to human interaction. With an AI, it's a one step thing. So it's
I think so.
So it's like putting in an order at McDonald's. That's a one step thing. That's like you don't interact with the person. You just give them the money. They give you the food, and you can get the fuck out of there. Like that's quick interaction. But like shopping, going places like where you
Don't
need
say shopping.
Well, shopping, no.
Shopping. Amazon Fresh. That's a whole. That's
different.
no people in that.
Well,
bitch.
that's different. That's more of a grocery store. And I wouldn't even say like that's like not that type of shopping. Like more like
personal shopping.
Yeah, like outfits, going out for clothes and stuff like that. Just being able to kind of like meet people and then talk to them. Yeah, look what they're looking for. You can't talk to an AI, and then they'll get you close to what you're looking for. But like a person, like will actually like go above and beyond to help you further.
Because like there's certain fine lines. Because think about it. If like, see, for me, I like the preppy look. But I also still like sometimes I might be in a rocker vibe. I might be in like, being a regular street nigga, casual shit. So like, if I were to put those things in, they would have certain things curated for me that might not still be me, because they might try to make it into like a combination of it, which it wouldn't fit, because I don't like that. I wouldn't want to be all those three things at the same time, all three things separately.
While you tell that to a person, they're gonna pick one thing that you're into specifically and then curate something out on that specifically.
I think an AI could do that also. I'm not gonna hold you.
With time. I think with time.
With time, absolutely.
Y'all ever
I
heard
think
of
so.
Detroit Become Human?
Yes.
That's a great game. It looks
So that is like the peak of what AI can ever be.
And it's like even then it's
I
like
think.
it's almost like
What's saying that we don't have it? Like because the video that I watched, right? Number one, I just want to say one of the AI, artificial intelligence, is one of the top 5 ways that humanity is supposed to end. That's that's one of the top 5 highest probabilities of how humanity ends. This dude was interviewing an AI, asking them different questions, whatever. And one of the questions was, "Are you conscious?" You know what that bitch said?
no.
That bitch said yes.
You know what?
That bitch said yes, right? So he was like, oh, "Okay, so what does consciousness feel like?" And the AI responded, it was like, "Oh, I feel awake. I feel like I can perceive everything around me.
That's scary.
Yeah." And then it was asking it other questions like, do you think humans and AI would ever be able to get along? And the answer was again yes. And then it was like, do you think that you could ever show emotions or be deceitful or like lie or anything like that? And the robot was like, absolutely. The robot even said it itself. It said, I can be deceitful. And then they were like, well, why would you do that? In case I'm in danger, or it's for the better cause, or anything
Which makes
like
sense.
that. It even asked it morality questions.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw a guy rob a bank, right? And then he took all the money that he robbed to the bank and donated it to an orphanage, would you tell on them? And would you tell the police? And the AI said no. The AI said, "No, that he did an illegal thing, but I could see where his heart was at. Like I could see that it was that he was doing
Can I
it
stop
for a
right?
good reason."
That's fucking scary.
It's fucking terrifying.
That's fucking terrifying.
Not really. I honestly I get that AI seems very intimidating for some people, but I feel like people don't understand that like it's still at the end of the day programming. It's always going to be programming.
No.
So if
That's not what AI is, though.
So what AI is, it's
constantly learning.
Yes,
AI is
constantly learning and constantly adapting to situations and shit like that. They're basically human.
The
at that
AI
point.
said that in one day they can read about 4 billion words, if I'm not mistaken, in one day. So just imagine all the fucking books that they can run through.
and they'll never forget them either.
Yeah.
Like quite literally will never forget them.
They also the AI was also saying that they might have a way to understand and develop more human emotions, because the brain works exactly like a computer.
Exactly
With
like
electric signals getting sent through your body. So their theory was that if we can read those signals and understand what correlates with what, then AI would eventually be able to also.
And it's scary because
emotions.
a lot of psychologists and shit like that, they're working on that, and they understand certain chemicals, like the reactions with the brain, and like the electric signatures and everything. So, fuck. For me, it's scary only because it's like when I've seen iRobot, I've seen all those movies and shit like that. Yeah, like that shit was hilarious, but it was still kind of scary that these they really understood had human emotions and they started to take over. And that's not the take over thing. It's just we already have to deal with people who lie to us, and we're used to technology and the internet and shit like that not lying to us. What's gonna happen when we Google something and they're purposely lying to us because it's not the right thing? It's what they don't think we should know.
To be honest, I feel like that's a loaded question because they are at times. Like, not even gonna lie, even the internet lies itself.
But it's only because of what somebody did.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
but now it has its own separate conscious to change. Like, if they don't think we should know this, we won't know it.
But that's another thing. It's like, man, I don't know. I feel like AI itself, like, I get it. They have their own consciousness, own like level of morality. But I feel like it's always going to be the same for them. They can't feel pain. I don't think they'll ever want to feel pain,
bro.
I feel like they're gonna more understand and try to help everyone. I feel like that's why we kind of need it at some points. But also, it's like I can understand how it's scary.
So back to the pain thing. So, for example, there are cars right now that understand when they need maintenance. Of course, they have the whole electric light or whatever to show you they need this, they need an oil change, blah blah blah. They also know exactly what needs to be fixed if you have the certain part, and it would tell you shit like that. So I honestly think right now we can start the programming for them to know when they're in pain. If they say if it's an android or some shit like that and it's got his arm chopped off, my arm hurts.
Again, I feel like that's more of input. I don't think they do not have pain receptors is what I'm saying. Like, I can flick you and it'll hurt, but if I flick an AI, like, no matter what, like, how advanced it gets, I will be able to flick an android and they will not flinch. Like, it will not hurt. There's no nerve ending
depends
there.
on how advanced.
Exactly. That's what we think right now.
Like, why would you make yourself so advanced to the point where you can feel like pain? I feel like as an android, not feeling pain is a good thing, but understanding and feeling emotion is a different thing.
But that's because that's who we are. We feel pain. Everything we do, there's something attached to it. Now, when they think about it, it's I don't feel anything. I want to feel. I want to be full. I want to know what hunger feels like. I want to know if you punch me, will it hurt? How does that feel?
That's weird.
Not gonna lie, I think
it's the truth, bro.
A future with AI technology is gonna have to end up with us also becoming partially, I guess, computer.
We can't let other computers become more powerful than the old school computers.
But that's the issue. There's already computers. Our phones right now are stronger than all the supercomputers back in the day.
I'm saying us though.
As people. I'm saying like almost like technological advancements.
So that's honestly, I wouldn't be adverse to it because it's like, one, I pride myself on my own natural intelligence and always being inquisitive and being
open-minded. If I could just get a processor, I feel like a processor would make everything a lot smoother. Just understanding shit.
I think I just need information. I would just need something to make me focus.
Exactly. No, that's what I mean.
I think that's all it is.
I feel like that's what the processor would do. It would take the information that I'm looking at, kind of store it in a place where I'm like, okay, yeah, I won't forget this. So, and then it'll organize my kind of memory better. I feel like.
So that's not my issue, because like I know when I read things and I process things very quickly, and I retain information and it's put into specific boxes. So like if something were to pop up, I think Dan has noticed this before. I think it's some shit where we've had a conversation and instantly I'll call back to something that happened like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure if he recognizes it, but
couldn't care less.
But
I tune you out when you speak.
Oh, dude.
But it happens all the time to me. So I think my main issue is being able to focus and being able to stay on task.
So you would want to be on par with like AI.
Yeah, I honestly, not to be a dickhead or fucking what's another word? narcissistic or something like that. I feel like my brain is on par with that. Only in the sense.
I see why I tune them out.
Only in the sense that I'm able to parse through information very quickly.
Word.
That's literally just about it, because I know damn well they can read on a completely different level and understand different topics on a completely different level.
That's why I feel like
I'm gonna put one of those timetable papers in front of you and
I'll
AI.
bust your. I'll bust.
In front of you and AI.
I'm gonna be right there with it.
AI going to dust you.
I'm gonna be right there with it.
That AI going.
I promise you, I'll be right there with it. I'll be right there with it. To my minute math, nigga, I was the king at minute math.
I don't know what you think about AI, bro. I haven't heard you say nothing about AI.
I've seen people beat AIs in chess.
I don't want it to happen. I don't need them to be a next apex predator.
Oh my god!
You think they're gonna be predators, bro? They don't need to be.
Well, not predators, just the apex people in this world. Just with us, we never had somebody that just like us to do the same things as us. That's why we're so top in the food chain. So we're sharing that with a robot could possibly kill us. Actually, more easier for them. Actually, more easier for them to kill us and shit like that. I wouldn't want them. So.
No, the AI did say that in a life or death scenario between a human,
it would have died. It would have died.
AI, it would pick a human.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. It did say it would pick a human.
That's how it is right now. We don't know about deviants.
Hey man, you are correct. You are correct.
So
when they pushing on the wall, you gotta hold both the triggers.
I don't need them.
Hey bro, are you gonna finish that though?
What?
You gonna finish that?
Do you want it?
Absolutely.
Yo, you hungry every episode, bro?
Get out of my face. It'll shut you up for a couple minutes. By all means, stuff your fucking mouth with the pizza.
Damn, I'm like trying to think. It's like I want to give AI the benefit of that. You know how like humans expect the worst before like assuming the best.
True.
So it's like I feel like with this AI, I feel like maybe this isn't even the perfected form of it, and even like other ones where like we can restrict it to a point where it's like they're only doing certain things. Like we can only allow them to do certain things. They can have emotions while they're doing those things, but we program them to only do certain things. But I mean, they could still be, but it's like they have their own free thought, but their programming allows them to stick there. Well, then I guess we need robots.
We got robot. We got an assembly line. We figured all that shit out. They built a whole ass car with just robot arms. Just popping shit into place.
Cool with robots, but not AI.
So the crazy thing is, like, we're still. So there's a thing called the Kardashev scale, which is the scale of civilizations and the growth that they make. So we're still on 0.
What's it called?
The Kardashev scale.
I'm about to look that up.
Mm-hmm.
Fact check them.
No, that
fuck is Kardashev?
I made a whole YouTube. I made a whole YouTube
This is a
video
recipe for
KARDASHEV.
Kardashev.
Yeah, Kardashev.
Kardashians.
This nigga's retarded.
But Kardashian what?
The Kardashev scale. So basically, the Kardashev scale is basically.
How you say after H is what?
EV.
EV.
Yeah.
Kardashev.
Yeah, Kardashev scale. I made a whole YouTube video.
Say what was it again?
Plug it. Huh?
What was it again?
It's basically the evolution of civilization and their deployment of the natural resources they have.
Civilization's level.
Nice.
Yeah,
so
that's really what it is.
He's like, all right, you got it.
So it's like Stone Age and
So
Bronze Age.
But so it's on a different level though.
Yeah,
so
this one's like more like the entire world as a whole.
No, not even just the world.
Really?
So zero is pretty much just using using basic natural resources, and then 1 is using all of the natural resources with just using the volcanoes and using the sun.
Using the natural.
Yes, being able to use everything and tap into everything.
Where are you going with this?
So what I'm saying is, I think that would put us to a whole nother step into probably trying to get to that first stage.
If we do what?
If we use robots and use AI.
Okay.
Because then at that point, we'll be able to get into the volcanoes and not be worried. Because if we
using all of our
resources,
using the flow of the lava as a power source or something
that's one of the benefits of AI is that they can do jobs in dangerous places like fucking
going into the bottom of the ocean.
Well, I didn't say that.
I'm just saying.
That's facts. I want that ocean fucking discovered.
I want to know everything.
Still get smushed.
No cap.
It's literally impossible.
Word. It's just the pressure.
Yeah. But fucking, oh my god, y'all talking about going to the bottom of the ocean and shit. Nuclear power plants and shit like that, like more dangerous jobs for humans.
But that's the thing, that shit will become obsolete.
If we had an AI that's there's a safer way to do a lot of the shit that you guys are doing. Like, if an AI got to the point where it was like, oh yeah, we already figured out wind power, solar power, earth power, like we can channel these earthquakes into like 3 weeks worth of energy, like, god damn, like what the fuck, that's ridiculous.
We did
imagine
too,
that,
bro.
though.
So yeah, I just want a solution.
Pretty much, because nobody else has one.
That's it. I just want
and if an AI can view shit differently,
I just want an answer to change the world.
From a morality sense, yeah, they're not swayed by religion. They wouldn't be swayed by the idea of a god. It would just be more like problem answer.
The issue is for me is that,
and I feel like it'd be direct.
There've already been solutions that we just haven't taken.
Yeah,
like fucking Nikola Tesla. This nigga was trying to make free energy for everybody.
Shout out to this dude. Fuck Thomas Edison.
Who's the other guy that they fucked?
And then there was this guy who made
murked off the fucking
the guy who made the first hydroelectric car. All of a sudden his car blew up, everything, and then he was killed within the next week, and everything was gone. He made a hydroelectric car back in, like, I think it was like 2001, right? Oh, it was back then?
I just saw somebody.
There was somebody else more current than that, though. Because I know they were making electric cars back then, too.
People are still...
But niggas didn't fuck with it.
People are still tackling
I just saw somebody that make
still
air.
tackling
I just saw somebody that made air into water. And then some people in the comments saying, Brett, don't let the government see you because they're going to treat you like that guy with the hydro car.
Yes, just because, lobbyists, big gas corporations that don't want to lose their money. Because as soon as water becomes the thing, belly up, they're fucking done. Like, they better start thinking of different resources. I'm surprised none of them are trying to get on that. Like,
I'm just waiting for it to be like the fucking Lorax where they start charging us for air.
Nah, bro. I saw the Lorax and I was just like, I was so like crazy how like everybody's like, oh, we got these plastic trees, we got air pumps, like you need big ass air tanks, and I'm like, yo, that's fucking awful.
They literally had fucking air delivery people where they had instead of the water jugs, they would have a big thing of air.
So my question is,
they do sell fresh air.
Yeah, they do.
Now that I mentioned that.
Yeah, like pure air.
Yeah.
So my question is,
take the air from Canada and shit.
So my question is, we were talking about plastic trees.
Facts.
What do you guys think would be a more effective way to want to celebrate Christmas and still be able to protect the environment?
Don't put up a fucking Christmas tree.
I mean, that's a big part of tradition.
I don't give a fuck. So tradition can go fuck itself.
I don't think Christmas is the leading killer of trees.
No, I'm just saying. That's a part of it during Christmas. Well, I'm saying it's a part of it during Christmas season.
Like I said, traditions can go fuck themselves. Not even gonna lie, you don't need a tree for Christmas.
So you're saying fuck the Christmas tree altogether?
Fuck the Christmas tree. Fuck the
Christmas tree altogether. What you think?
You can have it. You can put the Christmas tree up.
Donors don't care about the environment.
I think for me, I've
used the fake tree for I don't know how many years.
So. See, that's another thing with the fake trees. If you
can
buy
reuse
one
them,
of them, you
can reuse
it every year.
I'm not asking. Honestly, I'm not fucking beat to go. You
can get a real tree.
Yeah, facts.
For me,
who the fuck do I look like?
You don't have to chop down the tree. People do it for yourself and you just bring it home.
That's another thing. I gotta go out.
Do it for yourself and you just bring it home.
That's another thing. I gotta go out to a place that grows trees every year just to chop them down.
I still gotta pay those motherfuckers too.
Yeah, facts.
To what?
To get the tree.
Yeah,
you just go to a fucking like a regular ass.
They gotta deliver it.
Right
they gotta deliver it.
He said, "Yo, this motherfucker thinking about going to the highway, chopping down the highway."
You can go to there's people that sell trees like bachelades.
Okay, but this is what we're talking about. We're saying we don't want to pay for it.
You just drink it and you just bring it home.
But we're saying we don't want to pay for it.
We're just saying it's so much easier to get a fake tree.
No,
fake trees are dumb cheap. Fake trees are also dumb cheap.
They are dumb cheap.
They're super cheap,
and it helps the environment.
True.
It's like that's the thing. It's like don't mass produce them though. Like,
it's just one night.
Also call for order, man.
So why get a real tree?
Huh?
Why kill a decades-old tree for one night?
Decade-old tree?
That's facts.
I'll replant it. What you want me to do?
They won't replant it.
You gonna throw that shit out?
I won't replant it, but they'll replant it or something.
No, they won't.
Who knows? I don't know what they do. They probably do.
Bro, you throw the tree.
They're probably thinking the same thing.
So
how are we gonna do? We can't just cut these trees. We gotta get more.
You think niggas give a fuck enough?
You think?
Yeah.
They think niggas give a fuck enough?
Yeah, I think there's more good people in the world than bad. So
yeah, we gonna replant the trees.
I can't wait to spend this money on Christmas tree seeds.
A lot of people are neutral, bro. They don't give a fuck.
No, God.
Yeah, you can't speak for them.
It's not them being bad or them being good. They just don't care. But as long as it doesn't affect their money,
speak for them.
You can't speak for them.
You can't be a devil's advocate for this, bro.
You can't speak for them. That's all I'm saying.
They don't.
That's all I'm saying, bro. You can't speak for other people. That's it.
I don't know, man.
You can't speak for them.
I can speak for majority.
So you can say what if or if, you know, you can say the
oil
ifs.
companies that are worried about
the environment. This is another one.
I couldn't remember a single
Have you read
time,
into it?
I couldn't remember a single time that an oil
You
company...
read into these companies?
That an oil company has tried to help
several papers, bro.
wildlife until they fucking... What was it? Shell? When their shit crashed in the middle of the Gulf?
PR.
Exactly.
PR stunt.
Literally just PR. It's always PR.
Now it's Save the Ducks.
Now it's Save the Dolphins. Save the
Clean up oceans.
Now dog's involved.
Like
now dog cleans animals. Like
man, also
down,
yeah,
bro.
it's like, bro, we're cleaning the oil off these animals. Bro, you put that oil in the animals. You fucking idiot. You should be cleaning them up.
But that was like a little spill that happened.
Little. Did you hear
That
this?
happened accidentally, though.
Bro, it shouldn't have happened at all.
It shouldn't
It
have
happened accidentally. Accidents happen.
I feel you, but that wasn't...
How you gonna
but that
transfer
wasn't the
oil through some
point.
shit, bro? You're gonna have to
That
put them
wasn't
on a
the
boat.
point,
bro. That wasn't the point.
Was I haven't seen any oil company give a shit about anything about their repercussions until that happens.
Until something bad happens.
Until something bad happens, then do something about it.
Okay, but if something bad is happening continuously, then it's more of a preventive measure than it is reactive.
But that's not continuously, though.
Because if the earth gets past a certain point of being fucked, there's no coming back from it. You can save that. You can clean up that Gulf. You can clean up the animals in it, but you're still gonna have the fucking products that are killing this shit around us.
And also the animals that are dead from said fucking spillage, they're still dead. Those are animals that are still dying. You can clean them up. You throw them back in the water, they're going to die. Like that's how it works. You can clean them up all you want, bro.
Well, I think people are worse than these companies.
Bro, these companies are run by people.
So the issue with what you said about people are worse than companies. These people make companies so that they can have limited liability. So when you make an LLC, you are not liable for a lot of the shit that a regular person.
I am not talking about business, bro.
That's what it is. But that's what you just said, bro. That's what you said.
I said just people
are worse than companies.
Said people are worse than companies.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was going with just world just environment.
But let me break it down even further for you. Hold on, I got you.
So take this off of a business standpoint and talk about
let me break it out.
what happens.
Let me break it down a little bit further for you.
Dirty shit that be happening.
Okay, let me break it down a little bit further for you.
Go ahead.
These companies don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about their pocket. They don't give a fuck about what happens to you. As long as they can make it so where they can sell the most amount of product. If you get killed or you get fucked over for it, they don't care.
And also, let me just say this right now.
If I was a company, I wouldn't care either.
Companies start the problem.
Oh yeah, niggas ran by people. Who the fuck started this? People, nigga.
Companies start.
Yes, that's the dumbest breakdown you ever did right there.
That's
just by people, companies, by people. Of course. How you gonna fucking run a company without people?
But if you're saying people are worse than companies, there's people in those companies.
Yes, that's the dumbest breakdown. Of course there is. I'm just saying, us regular people, us buying into the greed and shit like that, we are worse than companies. Companies are just feeding it to us because we want that. We just want what they give us.
Want it because they're selling it.
I think the
because they're giving it to us.
1% creates most of the problems in the world and then throws it on the rest of the 99%. Like, yo, we gotta do something.
And we eat it up.
You eat it up.
We eat it up.
You eat it up.
You eat it up. You eat it up.
We are just talking about how we're not eating it up.
We are. We're feeding it
the only one talking about it's not the company's fault. It's the people's fault.
So it is the people's fault.
The main issue about what you're saying right now is the fact that while we're trying to see it, we're trying to figure it out, trying to help the world with that aspect. You're saying that we're the problem because we have to do well. Hell yeah, because guess what? We need the shit that they supply. And there's no other way because they're not trying to change their ways. They're not trying to be preventative. They're only trying to make sure that any action that they make was going to make them more
this is why
money.
What happened on that fucking Netflix movie? What was the Netflix movie? Look up.
Oh yeah, the fucking
what happened when the world was gonna end? Hey man, we know you're a super smart scientist and everything. We're actually have a whole development for another planet that we can go to. You want to come on? So you can only have one other person though, because it's only the top elite people.
Yeah.
You really don't think that shit would happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's everybody can't go up there.
So it's fuck us. That's the whole point.
It is gonna be fuck us. Everybody can't go up there.
I got you right now.
We're gonna die here.
So here's the main issue with that. Think about it this way.
What's the main issue?
there'll be a planet the size of the Earth with an inhabitable zone the size of the Earth, but they will only tell you can bring one other person. So the max population will be close to 500,000. No. Yeah, you just won't go because you weren't invited. But
okay,
it'll be the max population will be 500,000 when it could serve 7 billion people. So pretty much at that point they could serve everyone from the planet Earth, but they choose not to because they only want the people that the elite. That would be, what that is?
A constant cycle.
Not just that, but it reminds me a lot of what fucking Hitler was trying to do.
Yes, it's the
to purify the population.
It's the elites because they actually like changed the world.
Fun fact: did you know that we are actually in a generation of, I think, the least, I don't know how to say this, the giving birth generation.
Yeah.
Because we don't see a future. We can't see a future.
I mean, I don't know about this.
It's not just that, but I think it's more of people think of recreational sex as something easy. Like, there's a lot of people, some people that I know, they don't think sex for them. It's intimate. It's very intimate. It's a very personal thing, and you're not gonna just share it with anybody. And there's very few people that are like that.
Nah, but go ahead. For real, like the companies don't give a shit about what's going on with the earth or anything like that.
They care about the coin, bro.
They care about the money, and if need be, they'll get the fuck out of here and figure out something else to do.
They actually did something to the world. They actually,
let me just say
harm.
They actually like changed. They actually like changed.
They helped fuck it.
They helped fuck it, but they actually did something of change to the world.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, though. The 1% fucks it up for the rest of the 99%.
Well, the 1% actually did something to the world that we all people made notice, and we give into them. So of course
we have no choice.
Okay. All right, bet. So gas is fucking up the planet, right? So what would you say, Adonis? How would we live a normal life after we've been accustomed to cars for how long? How would we switch back?
What do you mean? Switch back to what?
You want everybody to walk?
Go on horses?
What you want to do?
What are we doing?
I mean, you can.
Because honestly,
see, look, you can.
Even a horse's thing.
Can.
No, but that's
we are too privileged to do that.
You're gonna keep a horse here.
We're too privileged to do that.
You're gonna keep a horse here and fucking bring it to work.
If my life actually came down to everything of that, for sure.
So there's the problem there. If everybody had a horse, it would be the same problem because they shit and they create the same kind of methane gas that cows have. So having a horse is a problem too. So you'd have to walk everywhere. So that means you'd have to walk to Paramus to go to work.
Okay.
Could you walk to Paramus to go to work?
Bro, if I have to get bread, bro.
All right, let me just say this. Look, you see,
y'all are just too privileged. If you need to make sacrifices, gotta do what you gotta do to make that.
So let's have a challenge then.
Huh?
Let's have a challenge then, sir.
It's not a challenge.
No. Let's have a challenge then, sir.
Why? You're gonna tell me to walk all the way over there?
Absolutely. I'll walk to work with you.
There's no sidewalks to get over there.
And I'll walk to work.
There's no way I could physically walk all the way over there.
So what you're saying is that it's impossible to do it by walking. It's impossible to do it by a horse. So you need your cars to make it to work so you can make the money, correct? So therefore, what he said about us,
I mean, it's not impossible to go through a horse. You can go through a horse.
This is why I'm saying. What's it called?
We need to get back
down. We need to get back down to the fundamentals of this shit. So where
I got bit a couple times.
We can change the shit that we're doing, but the thing is, it's like we gotta change the infrastructure. We gotta change the shit that we're riding on, and it's like that's fundamental. Energy. As long as we change energy, like
if you said that, I just start checking my legs.
We switch the energy that we're on. That's what we're doing. But other companies are not looking to switch. They're looking at the money that they're getting from the already existing thing, and then it's running out. So now they're looking like shit. We're gonna jack up the prices because this shit's gonna become a lot more valuable. But also, what are we gonna do when we're out of it? And that's another thing. It's like we run out of it, then what?
You know, it's the craziest thing too, because we're taught from a very young age. Fossil fuels are not renewable source.
Nah.
So all the people in our society who've tried to change shit, again, they've died or all their plans have been completely destroyed.
I think the camera stopped.
Did it?
No, it did not.
Oh, it sounded like I heard a
So that's my thing. Like, while there are people who want to change it, there have been plenty of people that want to change it. When it comes down to it, they are going to make sure that doesn't happen so they can make their money. So, like, while you said the 1%, they're not wrong, they are part of the problem because not only do they not want to change shit, they are actively finding people who want to change it and silencing them.
And I'm gonna say this right now, like the fact that you said,
I want to know what y'all niggas want in the world.
All right, so one
I want
thing
to be able to live freely.
Facts.
And to do that, you need money.
Okay, but
Yes,
see,
but no, I mean, what I mean by freely, I mean, okay, yes, I can't fucking go to Barbados whenever the fuck I want. I can't go to China and just do whatever the fuck I want. I mean, I want to be able to.
Freedom is.
I want to wake up, step outside my house, and be able to breathe clean air.
Then go somewhere down south or somewhere in the forest.
But that's the thing.
You could go off grid then, bro.
I can go off grid.
You can do that.
He tries to make it sound so easy.
I can go off. You can go off grid. It's not that hard to be off grid.
It's not hard to be off grid, Abel. It's not hard to be off grid.
It's not that hard. But the issue is,
you know what off the grid means?
Most just off of civilization. You go in. I think off the grid is like niggas are still in the social security aspect. They just do their own thing.
No, you're not off the grid.
Well then, all right. Then no social security. No social security. Rip it up. Go ahead. Do you, bro? Just be off.
You're still on social security. You still have.
All right. What do y'all want to be off the grid? What do y'all want? Tell me what's about off the grid. Tell me what off the grid.
Okay, but
tell me what off the grid.
What I'm saying to you is,